And now, in studio, coming straight out of the beautiful village of Del Mar to deliver the timely truths on the real estate market. He's a CEO and broker, a seasoned trainer, and an award-winning expert. He's Mark Schwartz, and this is the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Show.
Good evening, it's Mark Schwartz, and this is the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. Thank you very much for listening. I'm joined this evening with Herschel Struther II from Mark Schwartz Realty. Welcome.
How you doing, Mark?
I should say welcome back. Doing great, thank you. And as always, our mortgage guy, Joe Costa from Park Place Financial Group. What's up, Joe?
Good evening to everyone.
Joe, what's up with the Rangers?
They're struggling.
Yeah, it seems like they like to come from behind, right? They're not front runners. They got to put themselves in a bit of a hole, and
I'm not feeling good about this. I'm not feeling good about it. So.
Be confident. I think we'll get it done in the end. If you don't know, the Rangers are down in the series, and they need to come back strong. Speaking of which, this basketball tournament that's going on right now, the NBA, it's amazing. I don't know if anybody saw Game 2. With Golden State, went down to the wire.
What a finish. Awesome game.
Unbelievable. And like the stars for each team were the ones that were like taking it to the finish. And it looked like Harden got double teamed at the end. They slapped the ball away. I mean, it was a clean play.
That was amazing.
It was a great finish and a great game. And I think they're 2-0 over Houston, which is unbelievable. But
Harden is the real deal. That man can score. He can drive. And I was shocked that he didn't get the shot off at the end.
Yeah, he was double teamed, 4 arms, after the ball. He didn't get a good grip on the ball either. Like as it came to him, it looked like it bounced off the floor. And so in his defense, it was a tough play. I mean, if he pulled it out and threw the shot up, it would be like an amazing, win for them at the buzzer. But look, it's a 7-game series. It's not over. Those were the 2 that we expected Golden State to take it home, and they did, fortunately for us. So
I bet Vegas was rumbling over that play.
I don't know what the spread was, but it's
well, Harden. The interesting thing when they broke that play down, Harden actually passed it to Howard. Howard was trailing, and when they broke that play down, they said that Howard was too slow because when he got the ball, he actually passed it back to Harden, and that's when he was double teamed. If Howard was a little bit quicker coming down court, he would have grabbed that, and it would probably been a ferocious slam.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if he would have snapped that ball up or had another step on it, there was no question about it. I saw at the end that, you would think Harden, he's big and bad, and he takes it to the hole. You'd think that he would be driving, trying to get the foul, anything at that point. So that does make sense that he was about a step behind at that point. So, again, we got the other series that's going on as well, which is a great series with LeBron. So everyone's picking the Golden State-Cleveland series, but I'm not quite sure that that's what's going to be the end. It'd be interesting to see Harden and LeBron going head-to-head. Those guys are both beasts, and so we'll just have to see what happens.
I know, no Kevin Love with LeBron, man. I'm surprised he's pulling it out. I'm not a big LeBron fan, but, I think he's good at what he does.
He's awesome. I actually grown to love him. At first, I was more of a Kobe fan, but he's a great player, great team leader, and he's a winner.
He is absolutely a winner. I was on an airplane years ago, and when he first come into the league, and I think it was the number 1 pick when he was 17 years old, and they got him in there, and so it talked about his childhood growing up in junior high playing ball, high school playing ball, college playing ball with the same guys year after year after year, and how they all ended up going to the pros, to different teams, and how they spread up. But what a great situation it was, and how his mother was the one that was, kind of looking over everybody, and it was amazing. So you learn to love the guy, but I must say he takes it in his own hands. Anybody that can just turn it up a notch and just come down court, regardless of who's in, just slam through and in, and just that is what we do here at Mark Schwartz Realty, I must say. So a reminder, this is the Mark Schwartz Sports Show with Joe Costa and Herschel Struther. Now, getting back to real estate in San Diego, things are jamming. I mean, you go out on an open house weekend on Sunday, I mean, there are brokers just knocking each other over trying to get space. I think we could sell sidewalk space, right? Say that
definitely.
3 times
Great
fast.
business.
Yeah, absolutely. We go to the corners early in the morning like you do at the resort pools, where you get the cabanas and hang out at 4 4 in the morning waiting. So we stand on the street corners and we sell the street corner, prime space, right? Hey, real estate is real estate. We can generate money for the city. It's unbelievable, right?
But like that turf grass we saw, we were like, wait a minute, did the city put that in, or was the individual owner?
We're going to get, there's some great tips that we have actually from Stacy Pulowski at First California Escrow, who couldn't be here today. They're all about water saving tips inside and outside that if we all adhere to them, it's just amazing. Like I'm reading through here and it's like, if you turn off your water while brushing your teeth, it's 2.5 gallons of water. It's like, okay, we do that how many times a day? How many people in this country do it? It was even like something that saved if you do a shower for 5 minutes and stay to that, it's like a 50-gallon savings each shower. So it's ridiculous, and those are the things that we really need to pay attention to. But yes, the city is giving you some kind of credit back or a savings in your taxes for having turf. Look, turf in your backyard's cool. You got the dog. You got a little chipping place, a putting green, no problem. But I mean, really, the house that we looked at, I mean, they had turf on the side yard, the front yard.
It was green, too.
It was green, and it looked fake. So I'm telling you right now, if you're looking for turf, keep it in the back, Jack, because in the front, it's just not attractive. It was obviously not real. It was very green, and if that's what you're looking to do, then that's great. I don't see how that's going to help you sell your home. We understand saving water, and there are all the tips that we can do. There are, succulent plants and low maintenance yards. There are, bark and mulch and some of those things that hold water that you can use, and some of those things that we'll talk about. No question about it.
Not to interrupt, Mark. I've recently seen read an article of a company that actually sprays green onto dirt.
I was just about to say.
Oh, come on now. That's absolutely. Is that like when you go bald and you spray like on your head the same color of your hair? Is that what the deal is?
Yeah,
I saw the video. Did you see the video?
Then I looked it up and I saw the video.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Dead grass.
That's hilarious.
And you know what? It looked pretty good. I mean, I'm not
toxic free.
It's toxic.
What happens if it's windy one day? You get some water on there. You get mud. I mean, does it retain the color?
It has some staying power, and especially in this state, we don't get that much rain, so it stays a little bit long. I don't think you could pull this off on these. You don't need to on these.
Are we talking about like where there's brown spots on the grass?
No, they
spray. Are you talking about taking an area completely?
Imagine killing off your grass everywhere, and a guy comes out with a toxic-free chemical that spray paints your whole entire dead grass, and it actually looks better than turf.
I see your face. To see if there's a lead base in this paint. I mean, one thing I'm finding out, and I'm hearing that some of these like artificial turfs have lead or a lead base, which is like in the event that a kid was to burn it and eat it, it could be detrimental. So you got to look out for those things. And some of the things that we'll talk about again later in the show. But I want to remind you, this is Mark Schwartz, and this is the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. I'm here with Herschel Struther II and Joe Costa from Park Place Financial. Text me today only, 858-414-4602. Text me your address. I will get you a free market evaluation on your home, and for every text I receive, donate $5 to cancer. Tonight only, please text me. We want to donate a lot of money. You out there, I'd love to hear from you. 858-414-4602. So, Joe, getting back to what's happening in the mortgage business over the last couple of days, there's changes. I know it's volatile. Like all kinds of things are happening.
Yeah, rates took a beating on Monday, and they actually came back a little bit towards the end of the week. But overall, you're starting to see this trend of rates, climbing. So people are coming to the table looking for rate quotes, and they're actually finding the rates are higher than what they're thinking they should be, because that's partially due to the fact that not everyone is on top of rates every day, such as myself is what I do for a living. So when someone goes for a loan and they hear the rate is higher, they say, well, what happened? And then that's when I get into the explanation of what's going on.
Absolutely. And so I want to remind you listening out there that there are mortgage loans and programs now. I mean, if you had a bankruptcy and it's the next day, there's an adjustable rate program that you can get into. There are easier programs now, asset-based opportunities, loan, borrow against your 401k, your futures, your insurance. banks are letting you, still get that same tax deduction by taking these down payment funds and leveraging against the money that you already have. Don't worry about what's happened in the past. The government's opening the door up to allow everybody in and start building the wealth they deserve for their families. Joe, where and how can these guys get a hold of you immediately?
Oh, they can text me at 646-245-7856.
One more time, that was?
646-245-7856.
And we'd love to hear from you. And text Joe, and he will get you pre-approved for a loan. Anybody that texts Joe, we're sending in another $5 to Cancer tonight. That's anybody. We're going to pre-approve you. Let's find out what you can do. I don't care if you had a bankruptcy, a foreclosure, a short sale. If you don't think, if someone told you can't, now give us a call because you can. We will get it done. That's how we operate. Herschel, I know you had a big week. You put a deal into escrow. You got a couple listings that you're working on. Like, all things are going. I see you got a little more pep in your step, some hip in your hop, baby. What's up? Talk to me.
Man, well, you know what? We had a dynamic week, as you know. I have that new listing in a gated community in Chula Vista, or East Lake, as they call it.
Unbelievable. Affordable housing. I mean, where can you go for under $400,000 in a gated community, like a newer townhouse style unit with a garage? It's ridiculous. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. I'm just very excited about that one.
No, definitely. On Camino, Barcelona, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. At a great price. Be looking out for the open house. We already have interest. Haven't even put it on the market yet. It's a great situation. We're having a lot of success down there in Little Italy. Oh,
yeah. Well, that Little Italy area is ridiculous. We put a couple of deals together in the same building. It's very, very desirable because you can walk into downtown. There's shops, restaurants everywhere, around it. And it's one of those buildings where there's commercial down below. It's got the courtyard, and it's got kind of like residential above, which is really, really desirable, and people are digging. And I must say, that contemporary home that we talked about, we'll go into that a little further later in the show, but one of a kind. I mean, we're talking about moved walls, media center, 56 can lights, theater throughout, and so we'll get into that. I mean, there's so many exciting things going on in the real estate market. You have to jump in, and we'll talk about that when we get back. Joe's over here bubbling right now. All kinds of things going on in the mortgage business. We're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about that and get into some of the other things that are going on in San Diego.
I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors.
AM 1170. The Answer.
Are you looking to lower your current interest rate or obtain a loan for a home purchase? If you are, Park Place Financial Group would like to help. At Park Place Financial Group, building a value-based relationship is our #1 priority, and our passion is all about helping our customers find the best possible loan program based on their current and future needs. In doing so, we utilize our years of experience and expertise to help you succeed and build your real estate wealth. Give us a call today at 646-245-7856. Licensed by the California Bureau of Real Estate under license BRE number 01841088.
Hey, Craig Sewing here, going to bat for you every single day as your consumer advocate here on KCBQ. I give a lot of advice on your finances, your real estate, your mortgage, your tax plan, estate plan, even things like debt and credit. Look, as your consumer advocate, I'm not licensed to do anything for you, but I will bring you great information, great experts on the show, and most importantly, if you ever need an introduction for anything on your financial decisions or real estate or anything else on that financial wheel, make sure you visit me online, craigsewing.com. That's Craig with a C, sewing like a sewing machine, craigsewing.com. I am happy to introduce you to my partners who help me with the show and can help you win in any marketplace.
Over the course of over 20 years in practice, Mr. Garrison has tried more than 45 cases, winning many multi-million-dollar jury verdicts and settlements. Mr. Garrison and his team do not shy away from hard work, hard cases, or earning results. Their reputation for being aggressive, experienced trial lawyers has produced excellent results for their clients, both in and out of the courtroom. Trial lawyers will give you practical advice based on real-world experience. There's only one way to acquire this kind of experience. Earn it under pressure in court. Greg Garrison's trial experience allows his team to counsel you in practical ways. It is their goal to avoid litigation if possible. However, if your case must be tried, they know how to win. Call Greg Garrison. Consultations are free. Choosing the wrong lawyer is not. Greg Garrison is the exclusive criminal defense attorney for The Craig Sewing Show, The American Dream, and their entire team.
Craig Sewing here, host of The Craig Sewing Show. I want you to think in your head for a minute. How much money did you make last year? Here's a better question. How much money did you keep? In other words, how much of your hard-earned money was for you rather than giving it away to this inefficient government of ours? If you think the government's inefficient, I got a challenge for you. I'm going to challenge your efficiency with your tax plan. My good friend Doug Jennings, who you hear on KCBQ all the time, is a savant when it comes to tax planning. As Doug puts it, Craig, I've never even seen a tax return I can't improve. Doug can help you keep more of your money, help you improve your structure for your taxes, your business, your real estate, even your marriage. Why wouldn't you take a moment to get a free consultation? It can save you thousands, maybe tens of thousands of dollars. He's not really a friend of the IRS, but I'm a consumer advocate. I want him helping you. This is something you got to do. Visit JenningsTaxLaw.com for a free consultation on your tax plan. That's JenningsTaxLaw.com. You can thank me later. Doug is a great person, a great professional. He and his wife Peggy are friends of mine. I give him my highest recommendation, JenningsTaxLaw.com. Visit him today.
Did you know that there are over 17,000 real estate people in San Diego with a license to sell real estate? Kind of scary, huh? It makes you wonder what kind of credentials one might have to have in order to represent you on your most important purchase or sale of your life. Let me make it a little easier for you to find the right representation and introduce you to a man that has over 28 years of experience and has built an incredibly strong team with a reputation that Yelp nearly had to create 6 stars. Mark Schwartz is the owner, broker, and CEO of Mark Schwartz Realty with a beautiful office located right in the heart of Del Mar. Mark's attention to detail, his creativity, and his outside-the-box thinking continue to separate him from the rest. He's a Southern California native, and he's talking to you right now on the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. Get connected with the best of the best. Go to markforhomes.com. That's Mark, the number 4, homes.com. Mark Schwartz Realty, when only the best will do.
Welcome back. This is Mark Schwartz, and you're listening to the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. We are joined, as always, by Herschel Struther II, Mark Schwartz Realty, and our guy Joe from Park Place Financial Group, Joe Costa, bringing us that East Coast, man. Get in there and get that job done. That's why we love working with him. He's over there waiting to just educate us on all the things that are going on and how to get it done. Like, let's just get it done. Get it done, man. Take that first step. Find out what you're dealing with. Find out what you can afford. Get comfortable. Let's get you in the driver's seat, man. Throw me the keys and let me just get you that house that you deserve. By the way, it's obvious that people are buying homes because, Herschel, what was that you were just telling me at the break?
Listen, this is hot off the press from our friends at the Union Tribune. Home sales in San Diego County surpassed 4,000 for the first time in nearly 2 years in April. Prices are rising, guys.
So are we talking about 4,000 homes were sold in April, or by April there were 4,000 homes sold? I mean, that's just ridiculous. And so if you think that the market's slowing up and we're setting records on the number of sales, in 2015, it's obvious rates are still low. Inventory, although it's increasing, it's presenting opportunities. The buyer pool is huge. We're not going to run out of buyers, man. There are buyers for homes. Sellers, it's a great opportunity to sell. And if you didn't think you could buy a house, well, you better call Joe Costa or email him at joe@parkplacefg. That's frankgary.com, and he will show you the way. Joe, tell us about what's happening.
Well, you bring up a good point as far as the buyer pool, right? There's tons of buyers out there, so you really need to give yourself a competitive edge. So one of the things I wanted to mention was the importance of getting all your paperwork together prior to entering, in a perfect world, prior to entering into any type of negotiations or offer situation for that particular property. This allows you to know that if you go and put an offer in with Mark Schwartz Realty or whomever you're working with, that you can come from a place of, I have my not only my pre-qual or pre-approval letter, but my documentation is ready to go. So if that offer is accepted, you can hit the ground running and meet those timeframes. It gives you more leverage rather than going the other way where you enter into that escrow and you're scrambling for paperwork. You can't get it in time, and then you have to push back the dates. It kind of frustrates people, and it doesn't set the right tone.
The bottom line is this. You put an offer in and you negotiate a contract with time frames, and people rely on the time frames, and they will look at you as a professional to make sure that you try and do everything you can to adhere to these time frames, and then they make plans accordingly. Communication is key, and that's why we love Joe. I mean, we have deals that we're working on, and we stay in touch daily. You need to know what's happening so that you can plan accordingly. I got a deal where I got a seller's already out of the house. These guys are still delaying. We're still waiting for loan docs on it. We were supposed to close a week ago. We're trying to negotiate a per diem penalty after the fact. These guys want to walk through the house. And it's like we're still waiting for loan docs to get this deal funded and closed. We're rolling into Memorial Day weekend, and it's okay. And had we known, but, these guys have been chasing their tail for 3 weeks. Not what we're looking to do. And, Joe, I agree with you. They are telling us that they had to switch underwriters. They're chasing a document. All the things that we already know is just hogwash, as they say back somewhere.
It's the protocol of not being organized, unfortunately, and that's what happens. And if that's what I can impress upon, other than the other items that I've been going over in terms of interviewing your loan person, I welcome being interviewed. I can show my value. You want to also get your paperwork in place. It's very, very important. It's something that's overlooked, and then it really puts pressure on everyone, including yourself and your significant other, if you have one. So that's why I really strongly emphasize getting all that paperwork in place. And if you don't know, that's more of a reason to discuss your loan options prior to negotiations on a deal.
Now, Joe, when you say get your paperwork together, are you talking about bank statements? What specifically are you talking about? Because, people get confused when they,
Right. Well, that's why and that varies from scenario to scenario, but typically the basic paperwork is, your income documents, your tax returns,
Gotcha.
Your W-2s if you're a W-2 wage earner, your bank statements, all the pages for 2 statements or 3 statement periods, not just the first page, the top page. We need all of that information. And then things along the lines of, contact people at HR departments if you're employed, so we can do the verifications. If you're self-employed, maybe the CPA information. So that type of stuff.
You brought up a huge point. It's like, let people know that you're going to be getting a phone call, please. So we're not chasing down this guy for 2 weeks trying to find out how much you owe, what a demand is, where you're employed. The things that we need to do. Be prepared, meaning sit down, take the time, and get pre-approved. Joe will go ahead and give you a list of the things that you need to bring to the table. These are there for a reason. This is so that when you leave, you have already supplied everything you need to make a decision to get that loan, that rate, that program you're looking for. And it's not going backwards, chasing it, delays that, yes, as you say, whether it's yourself, your realtor, the mortgage company, the escrow company, the seller, the buyer, everybody's making plans. Everybody's, adhering to and relying to a contract. There are times, time is always of the essence, and that statement rings so true. You have to be moving forward at all times. The contract says that we agree that in good faith we will be acting diligently towards working towards closing based on our agreed. And how many times do I find that even though a real estate agent has signed that, it's like you got to light a fire under these guys. They don't understand the importance. They're so worried about that paycheck, man. They're out going to look for another one. It's like, take care of what you got at hand and take it from there. Anyway, Joe, sorry about that.
Now, Joe, you have a pretty cool website. You have a thing where people can just kind of log on and
really, where's that at?
Get pre-qualified, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's they can actually go to my direct URL, which is Joe Costa, JoeCosta.info, INFO, and that will take you right to my page. And on that page is loan information. There's all sorts of good things relating to mortgage mortgage products. And then, of course, you can submit your information. It's secured and safe. And then I will get back to you. You can also apply directly on that.
Secured and safe. That's the most important thing. Don't worry about sending your documentation to Joe Costa at Park Place Financial Group. He has the protection in place. It's going to him direct. Nobody's getting in there, cyber hacking or threats, some of the things that we talked about in the past. So that's awesome. I just want to remind you, you're listening to Mark Schwartz, the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show, and a tip from Stacy Pulowski at First California Escrow. Man, use a broom. rather than a hose to clean your driveways and your sidewalks, you realize that's 150 gallons of water each time. Wow. Guys are out there just like washing and scrubbing, and there's a bug, and rather than a broom, they're like trying to wash them down the driveway. I mean, I see that all the time. I mean, let's think this is the future of our kids and what's going on. I just also want to remind you, sellers that are out there, please text me your address, and I will send you a free market evaluation. And for everybody that texts me tonight, I will donate $5 to cancer. I think Joe will be doing the same thing, and he'll let you know how you can get a hold of him too. We want to hear from everybody. We want to donate money to cancer. So please help us do that. Mark Schwartz, 858-414-4602. Herschel?
And we are actually celebrating. Your sister just beat cancer.
Thank God, yes. Strong woman, my sister, God love her. Had breast cancer last year, was diagnosed, and went through chemotherapy, radiation, and all the treatments. She's fought it. She's clear and strong as ever, and that's awesome, and we're very happy about that. Love you.
Yes.
So, Joe, getting back to mortgages, man, what's the deal with somebody who's already had a foreclosure, a bankruptcy, a short sale? Are these guys out of the market?
No, they're not. I mean, it all depends on the time frame. So what we're seeing is certain guidelines call for 24 months, certain guidelines call for 36 months. It depends on how much you bring to the table, how strong your income is, and stuff like that. But you're certainly not out of the game, and that's why you should contact a loan professional such as myself to review the situation to see if in fact you're able to go forward with a loan. You know, there are the clean the slate type of scenarios, and they're out there. You just have to know the questions to ask.
I think that it is. If it was an isolated situation and you were able to start, maybe regaining credit or going through some of the motions and establishing that, or even if you haven't, it's time to just find out exactly where you're at, what you need to do, set up a plan, get a plan and follow that plan and get yourself in a position with the ammo. I think, like we said, is Herschel and I were talking about right now, the real estate market's like the old West. It's like, okay, you're just showing up there and you could just name your price on as a seller. You got buyer pools that are out there, buyers that are going to go in there and try and negotiate deals. Sellers are holding firm and getting the prices out there. It's like you need to have the ammo in your gun if you're going to go compete with multiple offers. Do you think you're going to go in there without a pre-approval, without a pre-qualification, without money in the bank, without a strong agent, a strong broker, a strong mortgage guy? Joe at Park Place Financial, Mark Schwartz Realty. I mean, we're going to go in there, we're going to get the job done. So I definitely hope you out there, when looking, take this process seriously. This can be huge for you and your families. I think Herschel's going to talk next segment about this financial planning thing that he had and some of the statistics out there on how many people have wealth. And then we're going to get back to Joe. He's got some more stuff that he wants to talk about that's going on and how to prepare when buying a home. Some of the things you need to do, and then just know you're not out of the woods yet. If you have a short sale, you have a BK, you have a foreclosure, get back into the market and make it happen. So I just wanted to talk. We were watching the Padres the other day, and we'll get back to this in the fourth segment. It looks like we might actually have a chance if we can hang in there and stay around 500. With 30 or 40 games to go, we might be able to pull a wild card spot. When we come back, we're going to go back to Herschel Struther II, talk about how to prepare financially, the leverage that real estate can bring to you. Some more tips from Stacy Pulowski at First California Escrow, and then obviously our guy Joe Costa at Park Place Financial Group, talking about how to get it done.
AM 1170, The Answer, and AM1170theanswer.com.
Are you looking to lower your current interest rate or obtain a loan for a home purchase? If you are, Park Place Financial Group would like to help. At Park Place Financial Group, building a value-based relationship is our #1 priority, and our passion is all about helping our customers find the best possible loan program based on their current and future needs. In doing so, we utilize our years of experience and expertise to help you succeed and build your real estate wealth. Give us a call today at 646-245-7856. Licensed by the California Bureau of Real Estate under license BRE number 01841088.
Hey San Diego, Craig Sewing here. Look, one of the things that nobody likes to hear is that they got bugs in their home. Almost all California homes have some sort of bug or termite problem. It's not a cool thing to have bugs running around your house, so I'm going to help you get rid of them. I want you to connect with Lloyd's Pest Control. These are our good friends of the Craig Sewing Show. They can help you. They've been in business putting bugs out of business since 1931. They'll do a free inspection for you. If you want to get your biggest investment checked out, make sure there's not bugs or termites, go to LloydPest.com. That's LloydPest.com. craigsoing.com and get a free inspection of your real estate today. Hey, your host Craig Sewing here. I got some great advice for you here today. Please tune in. Listen, everyone has a credit score. I am a believer that every one of those credit scores has inaccuracies that affect it within that credit report. It's pretty much a proven fact. Now, the question is, what do you do about your credit? The bureaus don't make money off of giving you an accurate credit score. They could care less. They make money by selling your information to the big banks and mortgage companies, insurance, realtors. I can help you stop that. We can help you get a free credit report that doesn't ding your credit. We can help you opt out of having your information sold. All those letters you're getting in the mail, email offers, it's because they're selling your information to anyone who will buy it. You got to stop it. It puts you at risk at identity theft. Here's what you can get today. A free credit package from Aran Sinai. Aran is the best in the business. He's going to teach you how to get that free credit report, how to opt out, and if you need any credit advice, he'll chat with you for free as well. His number, 866-CREDIT-PRO. 866-CREDIT-PRO. Give Aran a call. 866-CREDIT-PRO. Or if you like, visit me online. Tell me about your story. craigsewing.com. Call Aran, 866-CREDIT-PRO, or visit craigsewing.com. Hey, Craig Sewing here, host of The Craig Sewing Show. You know him every night at 6 p.m. on 1170 AM KCBQ, going to bat for our audience. What you might not know is we can actually be a resource for you as well. I'm right here in San Diego, acting as your consumer advocate. We have a text line. If you ever have a question, a concern, or maybe you want an introduction to whoever I consider to be an elite in the finance or real estate space, all you have to do is text my direct line. That number, 619-846-9333. That's right, just send me a text message and I will give you direct advice, no strings attached. 619-846-9333. You can also visit us online. Hit our contact form at craigsewing.com. That's 619-846-9333. Or visit me online, craigsewing.com. Craig Sewing here, host of The Craig Sewing Show. I want you to think in your head for a minute. How much money did you make last year? Here's a better question. How much money did you keep? In other words, how much of your hard-earned money was for you rather than giving it away to this inefficient government of ours? If you think the government's inefficient, I got a challenge for you. I'm going to challenge your efficiency with your tax plan. My good friend Doug Jennings, who you hear on KCBQ all the time, is a savant when it comes to tax planning. As Doug puts it, Craig, I've never even seen a tax return I can't improve. Doug can help you keep more of your money, help you improve your structure for your taxes, your business, your real estate, even your marriage. Why wouldn't you take a moment to get a free consultation? It can save you thousands, maybe tens of thousands of dollars. He's not really a friend of the IRS, but I'm a consumer advocate. I want him helping you. This is something you got to do. Visit JenningsTaxLaw.com for a free consultation on your tax plan. That's JenningsTaxLaw.com. You can thank me later. Doug is a great person, a great professional. He and his wife Peggy are friends of mine. I give him my highest recommendation, JenningsTaxLaw.com. Visit him today.
Did you know that there are over 17,000 real estate people in San Diego with a license to sell real estate? Kind of scary, huh? It makes you wonder what kind of credentials one might have to have in order to represent you on your most important purchase or sale of your life. Let me make it a little easier for you to find the right representative and introduce you to a man that has over 28 years of experience and has built an incredibly strong team with a reputation that Yelp nearly had to create 6 stars. Mark Schwartz is the owner, broker, and CEO of Mark Schwartz Realty, with a beautiful office located right in the heart of Del Mar. Mark's attention to detail, his creativity, and his outside-the-box thinking continue to separate him from the rest. He's a Southern California native, and he's talking to you right now on the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. Get connected with the best of the best. Go to markforhomes.com. That's Mark, the number 4, homes.com. Mark Schwartz Realty, when only the best will do.
Call Mark at 858-414-4602.
Padre fans, welcome back. It's Mark Schwartz from Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. So, on the break, Joe's talking to me about baseball. The guy's a big baseball fan, but also a biased East Coast guy, which is okay because my entire family's from East Coast. But I got a Yankee fan, I got a Mets fan. with my family. Actually, the Giants too, from years ago, obviously. So I'm looking at this, standings at this point, and now I'm a Dodger Blue fan at heart, coming from LA. There's no question about it. And with Magic Johnson joining the team a couple of years back, it's like they're going to do what it takes to win. Definitely going to be competitive year after year. So
Wasn't that a power play though when Magic Johnson and his team bought the Dodgers?
Absolutely, but it was absolutely. He's a winner. Always wins everywhere he goes. No question about it. The Dodgers are going to be a winning team. So they're sitting with 8 games over 500, and they're leading the pack. And now I look and I see the Padres are sitting 5 games back out of first place. 2 games under 500. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's a long season. It's only been 40 games. I'm looking at Joe. He's shaking his head. He's like, San Diego should be just pissed off right now. All the money they spent. Kemp's good, but he can't carry the entire team. It's like we're looking at the Giants and the Dodgers. They're excelling in our division. I'm thinking only 25% of this, of the season's gone on, and anything can happen. But I suppose with no changes, we're going to be in the cellar for sure in no time. Is that right?
I know San Diego Padre fans are going to be upset to hear this, but I'm looking forward to the fire sale that might happen come July. If San Diego doesn't turn it around, maybe the Yankees can pick up one of these players.
Yeah, that's right. We got a couple of young gunners, and we got the guy from USD as well, but obviously Kemp. We're just relying on Kemp. Anyway, we want to talk a little bit more. Here we are at Mark Schwartz Realty and Mark Schwartz Real Estate Show. This is Mark, and some of the things we were talking about are the wealth that you can create by owning real estate, the leverage, long-term real estate, paying off those loans and appreciation that's gone on year after year. It's a long-term investment, and what you can do for your family with that equity. You buy more real estate and get money on your money. It was like 99% of all the millionaires out there did it through real estate.
60% of their assets are actually based in real estate assets.
Right. I mean, it's like, let's go ahead, we get a mortgage, we go ahead and we start paying our loan down. There are so many tricks to do. You can do an extra payment a year, get that 30-year loan done in 23 years. You can do double payments. I mean, whatever you can afford, obviously, but you buy that rate down. And they got a huge chunk of cash there. You go buy a 3-unit building that's bringing in income for you and your family.
Definitely.
And while you still continue to, and Joe can talk to us about how you leverage your equity and some of the other things that we got all kinds of things going on. But Herschel, what were you reading in there that, what was it, like there's 7 streams of income that come in from leveraging your money accordingly?
Yeah, so it says statistics show that the average millionaire has 7 revenue streams. So let's say when Monday's venture isn't paying dividends, Tuesdays is. It goes into, like we were talking about over the break, Joe, with investment properties. You're making money while you're sleeping. You're paying somebody's mortgage off. Wouldn't it be good if it was yours? Why not create the wealth for yourself rather than your landlord? Call me, Mark Schwartz, 858-414-4602. Same deal. Call me tonight. Let's talk about real estate. I'll donate $5 to cancer. I want to donate all my money to cancer. Please text me, 858-414-4602. Joe, what can they do if they own a home, if they have equity, if they want to buy another home? Is it an elaborate process? Is it easy to do? What are some of the things that somebody should be aware of? The listeners out there be concerned about, or should they just go for it? Tell me about that.
Well, like I was mentioning, the pool of buyers, they want to create leverage. You want to create leverage for yourself, so you want to have all your paperwork in place, your income, your asset statements, and that type of stuff. Secondly, you want to be prudent in your investigations as far as getting pre-approved, pre-qualified or pre-approved. And those start with those questions that I've been going over the last several weeks. So with all that information, you can show up with leverage and allow yourself a good opportunity. And more importantly, you're taken more seriously by the real estate agents and the potential or the seller, because you have everything in place and you've leveraged yourself. But I want to get back to another point that you just mentioned before, Mark, which was revolving around, having a property, investment property, and paying down your loan. What's really powerful is when you buy property, and most of the time people think, you want to get the loan paid off, and that's usually the American dream. You want to have a free and clear property. But it's not always about that. With rates being so low right now, and hopefully they're going to stay somewhat in these ranges, it's not a bad thing to have a loan, because you can utilize the tax benefits, the write-offs with the interest.
Do not be afraid to to get in there and leverage, like Joe's saying. Not to interrupt, but I'm really enthusiastic about that. People are so gun shy based on past experiences or how the market is. It's an individual thing based on yourself. If you have a secure job or you situate yourself where you have the leverage to go ahead and create the income to cover yourself so that, God forbid, you're in a situation where you might have a vacancy or a job. I mean, you're not going to lose the house. Your whole world's not going to collapse. We're not talking about going out there and just leveraging yourself to a T and leaving yourself unprotected. We're talking about going out there conscientiously, being prepared, evaluating what you can do, and going out there and making it happen. Joe said, do you want to be taken seriously when you're out there? I mean, it's the tortoise and the hare. Be prepared. Go through the steps methodically and get into a situation that you're going to benefit from 100% instead of rushing in and being worried about competing. If you want to compete, then make sure you have all your ducks in a row. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's true. And a lot of people don't realize the importance of that. And then they put pressure on the system after they've engaged in a offer exchange and accepted offer and opening of escrow. So those are important things to keep in mind, and I can't emphasize them enough. And that's why, when I engage with a client, I make sure that they are aware that if they don't have their paperwork in place, when can we have it? Can we set up some timelines for you to get it to me? Let's work on that clock now. Not like, okay, you'll get it to me next week. That's fine. No, what day?
Yeah. And so, again, in a world where, we got all kinds of things going on, people are hacking into people's information. I mean, I just read 5 banks were fined. 4 of them, global banks, for are paying $5 billion excess of that for penalties, and they're guilty in like rigging the world's currency market. These guys are playing games with what's happening out there. So, I mean, if you guys are not taking this seriously with your own hard-earned money, I don't know what to tell you. I think it's very important to take the time you need to make sure that this purchase is the right purchase. Be advised by a professional. Joe Costa at Park Place Financial Group. That's Joe at parkplacefgfrankgary.com. Email me, Mark. I will connect you with the right people to help. You need a CPA, you need advice, a tax guy. We have a network of superstars that I would put my family in front of, no question about it. I use personally. They're personal friends. 858-414-4602. It's imperative that you are conscientious about your finances and your investments. But again, real estate never went to zero. I've never seen a house that was at zero. I've never seen a house that couldn't be rented out if it was in decent condition. If you could no longer afford your house, get a tenant in there to pay your mortgage. The value goes up and down. It's a long-term investment, and you have to be very careful about the products that you choose so you don't leave yourself in jeopardy. Absolutely be rate conscious and take the rate risk out, Joe. And I think we were talking about right now capitalizing on those 30-year loans.
Yeah, capitalizing on 30-year loans and keeping some cash, right? So the old way was putting down very little money, but then they had those 100% financing products, which got us into trouble. And now they no longer exist, but you don't want to put down, 30 or 40% if it's going to tap all your cash. You want to put down less. Yes, the payment's higher, but remember, God forbid you lose your job, at least you have the cash to carry. You have some carrying costs behind it. You don't want to bleed yourself just to get the lowest payment, because that will put you in jeopardy. God forbid something happens, an unforeseen health issue, loss of job.
Emergencies take place. There are things that we can't count on. Obviously, you can prepare yourself as best as possible, but long-term thinking, absolutely planning, and making sure that you're not putting yourself out there and jeopardizing what you're trying to build and create is very important. There's no question about it. And so when we come back, we got a lot of listing activity with Mark Schwartz Realty. Our agents are out there just taking listings and selling homes. I want to tell you about a couple of the sales that took place this week. We got Joe involved with our buyers and pre-approving the buyers that come in for our listings and turning around and working with our sellers on their purchases. I want to tell you about the 6 or 7 things we got going on listing-wise in San Diego, open houses that we have going on, and all kinds of things going on this week. And I think Herschel has some news about the one Paseo approval or denial, and we'll get into that when we get back.
AM 1170. The Answer.
Are you looking to lower your current interest rate or obtain a loan for a home purchase? If you are, Park Place Financial Group would like to help. At Park Place Financial Group, building a value-based relationship is our number one priority, and our passion is all about helping our customers find the best possible loan program based on their current and future needs. In doing so, we utilize our years of experience and expertise to help you succeed and build your real estate wealth. Give us a call today at 646-245-7856. Licensed by the California Bureau of Real Estate under license BRE number 01841088.
Over the course of over 20 years in practice, Mr. Garrison has tried more than 45 cases, winning many multi-million-dollar jury verdicts and settlements. Mr. Garrison and his team do not shy away from hard work, hard cases, or earning results. Their reputation for being aggressive, experienced trial lawyers has produced excellent results for their clients, both in and out of the courtroom. Trial lawyers will give you practical advice based on real-world experience. There's only one way to acquire this kind of experience: earn it under pressure in court. Greg Garrison's trial experience allows his team to counsel you in practical ways. It is their goal to avoid litigation if possible. However, if your case must be tried, they know how to win. Call Greg Garrison. Consultations are free. Choosing the wrong lawyer is not. Greg Garrison is the exclusive criminal defense attorney for The Craig Sewing Show, The American Dream, and their entire team.
Hey, Craig Sewing here, host of The Craig Sewing Show. You know him every night at 6 p.m. on 1170 AM KCBQ, going to bat for our audience. What you might not know is we can actually be a resource for you as well. I'm right here in San Diego, acting as your consumer advocate. We have a text line. If you ever have a question, a concern, or maybe you want an introduction to whoever I consider to be an elite in the finance or real estate space, all you have to do is text my direct line. That number, 619-846-9333. That's right, just send me a text message and I will give you direct advice, no strings attached. 619-846-9333. You can also visit us online, hit our contact form at craigsewing.com. That's 619-846-9333, or visit me online, craigsewing.com.
According to CoreLogic, for the first time in nearly 2 years, home sales in San Diego County surpassed 4,000. While the median sales price didn't change much from March to April, it was up 4.6% from last year, and there was a 17% rise in sales over the month. Meanwhile, the minutes of the Fed's April meeting revealed that the central bank is still in no rush to raise interest rates. Conforming no-point 30-year fixed mortgage rates averaged 3 7/8, with 15-year rates closer to 3 1/8. And now for something completely different. The last time the Chicago Cubs won the World Series in 1908, the song "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" debuted and quickly became the unofficial anthem of baseball. For more information on home loans or real estate, visit our website at aramco.biz or call me at 800-600-7021. This is Meron Aram for The Craig Sewing Show.
Did you know that there are over 17,000 real estate people in San Diego with a license to sell real estate? Kinda scary, huh? It makes you wonder what kind of credentials one might have to have in order to represent you on your most important purchase or sale of your life. Let me make it a little easier for you to find the right representation and introduce you to a man that has over 28 years of experience and has built an incredibly strong team with a reputation that Yelp nearly had to create 6 stars. Mark Schwartz is the owner, broker, and CEO of Mark Schwartz Realty, with a beautiful office located right in the heart of Del Mar. Mark's attention to detail, his creativity, and his outside-the-box thinking continue to separate him from the rest. He's a Southern California native, and he's talking to you right now on the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. Get connected with the best of the best. Go to markforhomes.com. That's Mark, the number 4, homes.com. Mark Schwartz Realty, when only the best will do.
Welcome back, and thank you for listening. This is Mark Schwartz, and this is the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. I'm here with Herschel Struther II, as always, and our guy Joe Costa from Park Place Financial Group. talking about all kinds of things going on. Get in the market. Don't think you can't, because if you think you can't, you're wrong. There are all kinds of situations that are out there and programs available. And at worst, make a plan, stick to it. Let's get you on track to start building the wealth that you thought you couldn't get again. Things are happening out there. Our office is tearing it up. You're running over real estate agents and open house signs. There's all kinds of activity. Spring is here. It's May Gray. I want you all to be safe on Memorial Day. It's revenue building for the cops out there. There's going to be checkpoints. Got to be safe. There's no question about that. Do not be afraid to take a cab, an Uber, a Lyft. It's a joke out there right now. If you really, for the $6, drinks are $20. It's like take a cab home and be safe. No question about.
Definitely.
Herschel, there was some interesting, exciting, controversial. Not everybody was into it, but a lot of people were. News in the Del Mar, Carmel Valley area. Tell us all about it, will you?
Yes, One Paseo project. Anyone that lives in the Carmel Valley has seen that patch of dirt ready to be built. An agreement has finally been reached. And it's great, so expect tons of traffic, expect new shops and new restaurants and tons of people to get involved.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody was really worried about, if you could snap your fingers and there was a center there, they'd all be really happy about it. It had to do with all the construction.
Right.
They had to put a new road up over by High Bluff for all the construction activity, to not impact the schools and all the things that were going on. But absolutely, we need more restaurants, bars for the people. We need shops for the kids.
Create more jobs, too.
Absolutely.
More importantly.
And that Highland Center, man, I know we try and avoid that like the plague. You get in there and it's like you're driving around forever trying to find a parking space. But I think this would help alleviate that. And then the Pacific Highlands Ranch, Joe, what's happening over there?
It's coming along nicely. There's
Trader Joe's,
Crunch Gym.
Crunch Gym, absolutely.
My friends over there.
Let's keep all those ladies out there. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go on. What were you saying?
I was saying, Panera Bread. Can't wait to get there and try it out.
It's a great place, too. I ate lunch there the other day.
Awesome. So I just wanted to get back to a couple of things. We have a great listing in Carmel Valley. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. It's like a little less than 1,000 square feet. We got new carpet, new paint. And these things are renting for $2,000 a month. It's listed at $399. We're getting all kinds of activity. It's right in the sweet spot of the market. It's light, bright, got a view. Definitely text me 858 or call me 858-414-4602 regarding that listing. It's getting a lot of activity and really a great investment or second home as it's being used for at this point too. Herschel, what's up with your Chula Vista listing? You got that coming on the market as well?
Yes, it will be on the market probably later on today, so I'm very excited. Get ready for a mega show. We're having tons of stuff going on for our open house. So, as you know, at Mark Schwartz Real Estate, we do out of the box kind of things,
catered events, balloons, dancers, all kinds
models
of fun
and stuff like that.
Herschel's
so it's
also
fun
a
depending
DJ.
on the property. The property will dictate, really what we do in terms of marketing, but we have so much fun just brainstorming, and we're just this big think tank at the office.
Yeah, although our office is in Del Mar in the Carmel Valley area, and that's where we, solicit business. We operate all over San Diego County. Right now we have downtown a listing. We just sold another one in that same building. We got a great listing in Rancho Bernardo on West Bernardo Drive. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, also in like the 3.25 range. It's affordable housing. Spring Valley, 459, completely redone. It is on the top of a hill, so it has a panoramic view. A really cool Hollywood-style house at 459. We got a great contemporary, one-of-a-kind home in Carmel Valley, 2,400 square feet. $200,000 in upgrades. The bathroom was $42,000 on its own.
I love
What did he say? It's the same wood floors as Brad and Angela had in their Malibu
Brad
house.
And Angela.
Absolutely.
He told me to take
Name
off my
dropping.
shoes.
I love it. Yeah.
What about our duplex in La Jolla?
Absolutely. Duplex in La Jolla. This thing is a cash cow. Get in there. It's rented out at $1,500 per week per unit. That's $12,000 a month. And there are no vacancies coming into the summer. That place is a cash cow. It's $1,695,000. Love to have you call me 858-414-4602. Getting back to Joe Costa, finish up here. I wanted to just kind of give you the floor here on some of the things we were talking about in that last break, referencing, leveraging your money, affordable housing, credit scores, the real deal. I checked my credit the other day and I went on and it came up at like 800, and then I found out that I only had 725. I know there's rules of thumbs and things they do, but it's FICA. It's the FICA scores that you need to do. 801's gold. So if you want to sell Herschel a house, just kidding. Anyway, okay, Joe, we'll give you the last 2 minutes here.
Oh, yeah. Well, this weekend I'm actually going to the Rolling Stones. I'm excited about that.
Rolling Stones, one of my favorite bands. Rock and roll, absolutely.
At Petco.
At Petco Park. So I know we were talking about that. You got tickets right when it came out. You're really excited about that.
Very excited.
Backstage VIP, man.
Oh, yeah,
only Joe.
That's how we roll.
Limo in with
Oh,
Nick.
man.
I love it. And Petco Park, what a great place to see a show right there down by the bay. Get that nice coastal breeze right smack downtown where there's all kinds of activity going on. And so let's just get back. Joe Costa from Park Place Financial Group. Joe, how can they get a hold of you? I know we got you busy and in the mix, and your team's expanding, and you're doing what it takes to make sure that you can handle our buyers and everybody's buyers. If you're out there listening, contact Joe Costa. Please get pre-approved.
646-245-7856. You can call or text, or my URL website address is Joe Costa, JoeCosta.info. INFO.
We got another tip here going out from Stacy Pulowski at First California Escrow. It's water your plants in the early morning or the evening to reduce evaporation. And ineffective watering, with the wind and the heat, I mean, that alone saves 25 gallons a time. San Diego, we're going to have a great weekend here. We got all things happening with Memorial Day, festivals, ball games, parks, concerts, restaurants. Be safe out there. Enjoy it with your families. Do not be afraid to take a cab, Uber, or a Lyft. Stay off the streets. Do not allow revenue building, but at your expense.
Make it a blessed week.
Absolutely.
Yes, have a great weekend.
Thanks again, Joe. Herschel. Talk to you next week.